Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first video of Aurora-VR Mod. This mod adds high level of customization for functionality and appearance of Minecraft worlds. Let me start with a number of examples. What can you do in this mod? First of all, you can make your own minigame quite fast. For instance, you can build complex structures, mazes, and so forth, and you can also add complex behavior to your map, and also you can add custom appearance to your map. So instead of talking too much, let me show you what can you do. Let's make a maze, and in order to make a maze, we go to so-called maze control place. In this button, if I push it, it will generate a maze and teleport us in the middle of this maze. The maze will be generated by execution of some external program. Okay, let's push it and see what happens. Yes, here is a maze. And first question, how this maze was built? So basically this file shows the layout of the maze, where each letter stands either for the wall, if it's W, or for the glass window if it's J, and if it's D, then it stands for a door. So we have teleported somewhere here in the middle, and our goal is to get out of the maze. So if you look carefully, you see that we have one direct exit from here. So let's try to use it. Let's try to exit the maze and see what will happen. So the exit is supposed to be here. Let's try to exit. We go carefully, oops, and we go out from the maze. Oops, okay, it didn't work. We couldn't escape. We got teleported back into the room. Apparently this is not the right exit. So let's search for other exits. So what we see here, door here, force field out there, door here. Okay, this door apparently might be opened by this switch. Let's try to push it. Okay, so we got here, and well, we just go. Just see some interesting things. So we see another button. Apparently we should push it. Okay. So let's push this button. What does it do? I don't know, but let's see. Oops. Yes, it opened another door in this central square, and also it teleported us back here. So let's go inside and see what we can do here. Okay, there is another button. Let's see what does it do. Okay, it opens another door, which is that one. That door. Okay, that switch to open this door. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we see another switch here. What does it do? Okay, it opens those doors. Interesting. Oh wait, let's try this force field first. Can we exit? No. Force field doesn't let us go out. So we have to turn it off. And apparently this switch will do the job. So let's try that switch. Okay, it opened another door and teleported us back to the square. Okay, let's look what is going on in this door. Maze. Okay, here means that we probably need to step here. Otherwise it's the end of the corridor. Oops, we got teleported. Okay. Okay, that is a room with a main switch which turns off the force field. And then if we manage to do this, we may go out. But this is a door which prevents us from coming into that room. But we have that switch. So we have to get to that place somehow. And we can do this. we just go here. Okay, that door was open. Now we come here and yeah, we are here. Now we can turn off that force field. Yes, we did it. Now we got back to the main square and we see that force field is down. Apparently we can go out. Yes, now we can go out. So that was just simple example of what can you do with this mod. Basically you can make that text file and write your or use existing program. This in particular, this was a Java program which takes as input this file and generates a set of commands which look like that in order to generate this structure in Minecraft. Okay, so let's go back to the maze control. We completed our task. So now let's clear after ourselves. Let's remove the maze. Okay. So, and let's go back to the slides. So, yes, you can make quite complex structures in procedural way. You can generate them with external programs. With this mod, you can also do scientific visualization, which means basically you can visualize scientific or commercial data. For instance, we could import time series data in Minecraft and you can generate plots in 3D. For that, let's go to plots and see how it works. Okay, so we teleported here and yes, we can generate plots. So those buttons are connected to external scripts which will produce set of instructions that would tell to our mod how to draw and what to draw. Let's do this one. Voila. So this plot basically reflects behavior dynamical change of concentrations of some chemicals in living cells. Well, we can get another plot which reflects some other behavior of some other chemicals. We can have another plot. So basically with this kind of approach you can generate pretty much any, you can visualize pretty much any data you want. You can make 2D plots, you can make 3D plots, you can make any kind of interactive plots. And you can of course clear everything. So let's go back to slides and see for another example. Yes, you can also use this mod for education. For instance, you can make a virtual classroom and you can import and present your PowerPoint slides in Minecraft pretty much in the same way as we are doing it right now. Let's go to another room. Let's change our location. Let's go to so-called Sky Lecture Room. Sorry for that. It was a bit of rain. So first of all I want to show you this room just to demonstrate how much can you change appearance of Minecraft world with the custom models you can and custom textures. You can do quite a big difference. This projector is synchronized directly to the projector in our first room. So one thing which we want to observe here is that in Minecraft you can basically build and customize virtual worlds, and it's easy to use and it's easy to use intuitive framework where you can share your worlds with other people online. The initial purpose of Minecraft game was for gaming, of course, and for entertainment. Other purposes that could be considered such as education and science. In particular, I would mention Minecraft Mod, which is a very powerful mod for adapting Minecraft game for school and university class experience. So you can add your own custom non-game virtual objects which suit best the purpose of your virtual world. So be it science, be it education, be it commercial purpose, or anything else, not necessarily game related. Let's go first of all to our test room. Let's go here. Okay, let's switch to creative mode. So Aurora Dev tab, let's choose object called asset if we want to render some custom model here. Okay, let it be. Now let's edit properties of this object. In particular, let's tell to this object where to take the model from. And I instruct to take it from HTTP, this server, that's it. Let's see, and here we are. So as soon as I instructed this object that it should render this model, it downloads it automatically from the net and renders. Let's take another model. So we go to Assets tab and input the URL for another model. Window. Yeah, you recognize probably already that window. That's what you have seen upstairs. So basically the whole thing upstairs is done from this kind of models. Just let's see this one. So you see clearly that it instructs to take the model from this URL, and the model is called create world. So basically it takes OBJ and PNG files. Also, if you want, you can scale the model, make it bigger or make it smaller. Make it smaller, or you can make it bigger, 10 times bigger, oops, like this. You can also rotate it if you like. For instance, let's rotate it for 33 degrees. So basically you can adjust the appearance as much as you want. Also in this mode objects can execute an external application or script, and basically you can make in-game world controlled by external user-defined software. So basically what it does, it just incorporates into the logic of the game and mechanics of the game external console applications. Let me show you how it's done. For instance, this button instructs so-called world builder execute external application and to take the output from this application, interpret it, and in this way build the maze. Let's see how it works. So this button is connected to so-called maze builder. That's how we call that building world builder block. So what is interesting for us is input output tab, where you see that as soon as it receives a command from outside, from other block, from the bottom, it invokes maze generator script, which is bash script, that in its turn also starts Java application, and that Java application sends to standard output set of instructions to generate the maze. Basically what it does, it also sends a parameter as a parameter to that script, this file. So this layout of the labyrinth is being transformed into a set of commands which look like that, and this set of commands, remaining set of commands, basically defines the logic of the labyrinth. So let's just try to generate the labyrinth again. Execute. Okay, the labyrinth has been created by executing external application. Another application, for instance, generated this huge room. That was small bash script which has done the job. So that's how can you incorporate external applications into Minecraft. For instance, another application is controlling switches of the slides here, like that one. Application next slide instructs to this system to change the next slide to the next, and this one instruct the system to change a slide back. Back slide instructs to change it back. For instance, let's do execution. Okay, you see that slides have been changed. You can also define set of simple draw commands in order to draw shapes, custom shapes in 3D. Let's put the block, it's called drawing block, and let's instruct it to draw something. For instance, let's instruct it to draw a line. So it starts from 0, 0, 0, which means from the center of the object, and we draw it till 0 to 0, which means 2 blocks up, and the thickness of the line could be 5, and the line could have, for instance, greenish color, like 0, 2, oh, sorry, 0 0.2, oh, 1, 0 0.2, and alpha would be 1. Okay, that we have. Okay, here we are. Here's our and let's draw another line. Yep, like that. And now let's add some text to it. Text. The color could be this one. Let's put white space. That's basically how it works. So that's how we can do custom procedurally generated shapes. So primitives could be lines, text, and also rectangles. Also, objects here, as you notice, they can talk basically to each other. So we can define here complex signaling network of sensors and actuators. Sensors basically they feel the world and send signals to actuators. And the signal is just normal text message, a string. An actuator, it acts on the world controlled by incoming signals. So basically, actuator is processing the incoming signals and decides what to do next. Let's, for example, make a small network. And force field we can build in the following way. We just take force field emitter and we take field receiver. So emitter clearly is actuator because it acts on the world. So we create emitter, we name it T emitter, and on the same line we should create receiver, so it receives. Okay, now let's see if the field could be activated. Let's go to the control menu, control GUI of this force field, and let's try to turn it on. Okay, it works. Let's try to go through it. Well, no problem, we can go through it because nothing prevents us basically. Nothing actually instructs the force field that it should prevent player to come through it. So what do we do to prevent player to go through it? We add so-called entity impact. Entity impact is actuator. We call it the impact, and we instruct this entity that it should impact the user or the player who initiated the signal in the following way. It should push him back. Also, entity impact can hurt user, it can hurt the player if instructed, burn it, create some friction, or it could even kill it. But we're just interested in pushing back. Okay, let's now try to come through the force field. And we still are able to come through because force field is not connected to the impactor. How do we do that? Well, receiver is like a trigger. Anything that touches the field activates the receiver, and the receiver propagates the signal to all other elements that are connected to it in a communication network. So let's connect receiver to the T-impact. So we have quite many entities in this world, so let's use a filter. So connect to impact. So this red line shows that the signal will come out from here and go into here. So it basically shows that the receiver is connected to T-impact. And as soon as I touch receiver, it sends a signal to T-impact, and T-impact processes that signal. In particular, it decides what to do with the entity that caused that receiver to activate. So let's just go here. Okay, now we cannot go. Because you see when we touch it, it sends signals to impact, and impact pushes us back basically. Well, but of course you connect multiple components to the same source in this network. For instance, let's make so that as soon as we touch the field, a bunch of pistons will extend. In order to do that, we need another entity called redstone activator. I call it T-red. And now we need to put around, for instance, pistons. So basically what does T-red? It changes the level of redstone signal in its neighborhood, depending on the external incoming signals. So if you want this thing to start providing redstone signal, redstone power, we need to instruct the receiver to send appropriate message, which should be the level of red power. Let's put it to maximum, 15. Now what? We still need to do something. It doesn't work. Do you know what? Yes, we need to connect receiver with redstone power provider. And we can do it in this way, for instance. So we're choosing incoming channels, and then we're choosing the receiver. Yeah. Okay, now we are connected. Let's try to touch the field. Let's go with our back. Okay, we managed to extend it. Now, if you want to push it back, let's add a trigger for that. This one. Trigger, it just sends the touch. Like this. Alright, so I can go here and again extend them. I come here and I could redrag them. The same idea you have seen also with the switches. I could install switch here, for instance. Like this. Of course, we can also make a teleporter. For instance, teleporter is another type of actuator which teleports any entity that caused the cascade of signals in the network. Touch this teleport and we got teleported here. I could even throw some object and it will also get teleported. Also in Aurora you can export and import your virtual places as human readable text. Have developed here abstract human readable world descriptor, which is supposed to be independent of Minecraft versions and ideally independent of game engines themselves. So basically the generic idea would be that in Minecraft you could prototype your game world or virtual world and import it into some other game engine, and you can use the output of an application or script for procedural world generation. Of course, you can also instruct other entities in the communication network to generate the world. The world builder doesn't care where instructions for building the world come from. So basically in Aurora-VR you are not limited anymore with Minecraft blocks. Create just your own block with its own functionality and its own appearance. And you can also make a connection between those blocks, so you can define completely new logic that would be suitable for your needs. So for whom Aurora could be useful for? For instance, for teachers. You can create the content-rich education maps, and you can even make full virtual lectures inside the Minecraft. Also, Aurora is useful for scientists. You can link your data analysis and simulation software that you use already for interactive scientific visualization in 3D, which means Minecraft is going to be just a front end for some scientific application. So Minecraft is going to visualize complex data in 3D. It could be very useful for independent game developers when you can prototype your game in Minecraft, export it to your favorite game engine after that. So you can make your own mini game with your custom objects, pretty much like this maze was done. And you can also used Aurora-VR as advanced tools for running a public Minecraft server. Because here you have triggers, you have teleporters, you have scanners, you have filters, and of course you can attach external scripts which will decide and control the Minecraft world events. So where can we get this mod from? So currently it is in very early developing stage that is planned to be released by the end of December 2040, which means couple of weeks from today when this video was made. So by the end of December 2040 you're going to see Aurora-VR Demo tutorial server, and it's going to be announced at the same time. So basically, in order to learn how to use this mod, it would be just enough to connect to this public server where you're going to have a world with all educational and tutorial materials. Currently, for those who are interested in to get the source code, it's available from this address, and the official website of the mod is here. Thank you very much for your attention. So basically I want to say thank you for helping us, to help you, to help us all, and have a safe and productive day. See you Christmas 2014. Thank you.